Hey there, Ashley Lynn, your health coach here, and today, buckle up because we're gonna chat acne. That's right, I have dealt with acne since I was like 11. I think I remember having my first breakouts, and then on through teenagehood, I continued to have oily skin and then just like mild acne, I would say. So it was never that severe. But I do remember, having some embarrassing times and caking on the makeup quite a bit to cover it up. And then also I remember thinking like, I can't wait to grow out of this. I can't wait to be an adult and not have acne anymore. And yet here I sit, a 27-year-old mom, and I still have acne. And in fact, my acne is worse than it ever was. So I will preface that by saying, actually, I will clarify by saying that my acne is under control. I do not experience breakouts, maybe a few here and there, but for the most part, I don't experience breakouts when I am, number one, not under tremendous pressure or stress. That is the number one culprit. And number two, when I'm taking care of myself, body, mind, and soul, the way that I know that I should, the way that I know I thrive when I do these things. I live relatively acne-free. I do have oily skin. I am so prone to acne, but again, I have gained so much confidence just by clearing up my skin a little bit. So I'm gonna share with you my top 5 tips that can help you clear up your acne as well. Now, these are not external care tips. That is really not my area of expertise, but these are gonna be internal tips, what you can do to take care of the inside of your body and your mind to help you overcome your acne. All right, so let's get started. So my number one tip for you in clearing up your acne is water, of course. So what I want you to do is wake up early enough so that you can have a glass or even 2 glasses of water on an empty stomach before you eat anything. This is really gonna help clear any toxic sludge out of your body. And again, you wanna wake up early enough that you have time, that you allow your body this time to do this, because you don't wanna drink a bunch of water and then have breakfast. That could set yourself up for bloating and some other issues throughout the day. My second tip is add lemons to your water. This may seem simple, but nothing could be more powerful for acne, against acne, than lemons. So this is a really high concentration of vitamin C, which means that it's gonna help with the cellular regeneration on your skin. It's gonna help clear acne, it's gonna help clearing existing acne scars, and it's going to help prevent future acne breakouts. I really don't recommend drinking exclusively lemon water. I know that's tempting because water can be boring in the beginning, but I do recommend in the beginning starting off with 1 lemon a day, especially if you're going through like a real bout with acne. Squeeze half into your water in the morning and then half in the afternoon or at night, and this should be sufficient. So my third tip with acne is, of course, exercise. You don't want to skip out on exercise, especially exercise that really gets your heart rate moving, that makes you sweat, really any kind of exercise that works your body. This is really important because you're moving your lymphatic system when you exercise, when you move your body. And when the lymphatic system does not move, when it kind of stays stagnant, then you're gonna start to see breakouts and a bunch of other problems too, because the lymphatic system, it's like the drainage system for your body. It's a huge method of detox, and when that gets stopped up, you're gonna see it cropping up other places. And exercise just helps to clean out your pores, right? You're sweating a bunch. So when you drink water, lemon water, and then combine that with exercise, honestly, just those 3 tips alone are gonna make a huge difference for you. So my 4th tip is less exciting and gets me the most funny looks, but it's one of the most important ones. One of the ones that I feel like, especially if you're trying the first 3 tips and you're not seeing enough progress, that means your acne could be a side effect of a fat-soluble vitamin deficiency, which means that fermented cod liver oil can be a huge help for you. So this is the Green Pasture brand. I personally really trust this brand. I like this brand a lot. And you know, I've just seen so many benefits in my family, and I've treated so many different issues and ailments in my family with this particular brand of fish oil. Right now, we're just gonna stick to the topic of acne, but it can really help. It's got vitamin D and vitamin A in here. This is actually a butter oil mixed with fermented cod liver oil. So there's a lot of research to suggest that acne has a lot to do with fat-soluble vitamin deficiency in our culture. So that is something you definitely want to look into. Look into this brand, and this is the Cinnamon Tingle. This is the gel. Cut back on pizza and other highly greasy foods. So pizza in particular, or calzones, any food of that nature that combines meat and refined flour and cheese together, is kind of a recipe for disaster. And the reason why is it's not necessarily just the flour, it's not like just the cheese, it's the combination of the grease, and the grease actually holds the sugar in your blood longer, so your blood sugar levels stay high longer, and this causes your sebaceous glands to excrete more sebum than necessary. And sebum is the natural oils that your skin produces, but when you have an excess of it because of your diet, then you're gonna be much more likely to have clogged pores and issues. And the other thing about pizza and foods like this are that cheese actually does play, cheese and dairy in general, plays a big role in acne, because there is no pretty way to say this, but there is no pus regulation, very minimal regulation on the amount of pus that is allowed to be in conventional dairy. And this is the same kind of fluid that goes on with acne. So not only that, but acne can contribute to a lot of inflammation in the body, and we know that acne is an inflammation triggered phenomenon. So definitely cut back on the cheese, cut back on the dairy, and you will see a huge clearing of your skin, and you will just start to glow more. I know it can be very difficult because dairy in general is very addicting. It's like that mother's milk comfort food energy. You just gotta cut it out. You honestly do if you're dealing with skin issues. So like with anything else that we talk about in the health field, this is all one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Some people are that kind of personality where you just want to go all out and do it all at once. But if you're like me, that can be too overwhelming. So I recommend just starting out tomorrow with more water, more lemon in your water. And then the next day, maybe do 15 minutes of exercise. And then maybe the next day you add on the fish oil, or maybe you just cut back on cheese. Maybe that's the one thing that you do. But I really noticed that these things are so helpful for me. And imagine the difference in the quality of your skin and possibly the quality of your life if you decide to take this journey on. All right, so cheers to your health, cheers to beautiful glowing skin, because it is possible for you. All right, I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.